All right, started race number 2. 64 looks over. Definitely over.
64! 64!
So 64 is the only boat over. Right now, the far left side of the course looks to be a little lighter than the right side, but there's good breeze coming right down the middle. 58's the first boat to tack out. Didn't really have a lane to hold on, but there's a couple boats that are following suit. But right now, boats on starboard look a little wound up, so they seem to be on the favored tack. But I think they're in danger of running out of the breeze first. Okay, so we had a couple boats. We had, I think it was 58 that bailed out a little early, and they went far right. But I think they've gone so far right that they've sailed themselves out of the breeze, which is sort of right down the middle. So 58 kind of in danger. They're in a huge header right now, and they've had ample opportunity to go back. A couple boats that have gone left are getting wound up further and further and further, and so they're gonna eventually, they've just run out of room to go any further, so they're gonna be kind of taking a header on the way back, but luckily sailing back towards breeze. So 51 and 52 look pretty decent. Yeah, 52 and 51. Oh, 51 really accelerating. So so 50
up there in 67, man, they're flying along. They probably have to ease in main. They overstood.
51 and 52 sort of did a good job of flying the middle, and it looks like they're going to get to the windward mark first.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Challenger Rocks. This is the Henry Longfellow requesting an opening outbound to the harbor.
And one of the big differences you can see is one of the things Brad and I have been talking about on the boat is sail trim, and you can see right here the disparity between the two boats. 62 on the left and 51 on the right, and the big difference you'll see is the difference between the jib and the main, and that's one of the biggest indicators that we can look at quickly and tell whether a boat's going to be going fast or not is how well the slot's set up. 52, first boat with the spinnaker up, and they've got it nice and filled. They're definitely on the favored tack right now, but they're sailing a little high. They could probably bear off a little bit. They really don't have any one that's threatening them, so they're sailing a little reachy, and it'd probably be better to keep the bow down a little bit. And you can also see to their left, their right, our left, there's a big flat spot that's not a lot of pressure. So the higher they sail, the closer they're going to get up to that dead zone. So they've kind of started to turn the bow down a little bit, which is good. And behind them, there's a cluster of boats that is sailing so high from the mark. And there's a righty that's starting to come in a little bit. So 50 is the first boat to jibe out, and they're actually going to gain a little bit. Angle of these boats, 67's jibed, 62's jibed, 52 has not jibed, and they're going to lose a couple boats unless they jibe. They've got to jibe really quickly. They're on a very unfavored tack right now. And now they've finally jibed over, but they're going to be sailing a lot of extra distance. So, and if the breeze picks up any more, that's a hotter angle they've got to sail, which is going to be a little trickier during the douse. So 52 looks like they might. Although I guess we're finishing. I forgot we're going to be finishing, and so it actually doesn't matter which end of the line. They can sail nice and low to the pen if they get the chute actually filled. So pole's got to go forward a little bit. There it goes. They've just got to accelerate. So 52 actually I think is going to end up being okay. But 50 did a great job of jibing almost immediately in that. They've got the chute nice and full, and they've sailed run line pretty much right to the race committee boat. They might be able to pass 67. I don't know if they've got enough time to do that. And then to top all of that off, we've got a boat that's going to be motoring right through our finish. So now I would say in general it probably would have been better that if 52 had jibed early, but one thing they have now that the breeze is lightening up a little bit since they're low is they have the option to head up a little bit, which if it gets a little lighter, if they lose a little bit of pressure on the chute, they can actually just heat it up a little bit. So Mike's trying to square the chute back right now, and actually probably be a better option to try to heat the boat up a little bit, head up a little bit. They're straight downwind. And 62 has jibed over. They've come back in a lefty. I don't think they've got enough time, but Meg's finally turned the boat up a little bit. Pressure's filled. And so 52 is going to hold on to that. But 62 doing a great job. 62 doing a great job of pretty much jibing on all the puffs downwind. And then Suzanne doing a fantastic job of staying ahead of the fleet, even with no chute.